something happened to men over the last 20 years. Quietly. No protests, no headlines, no warning. One day, a boy was told to be strong. The next day, he was told his strength was dangerous. And somewhere in between, he put his sword down. You see it everywhere. Guy who used to speak his mind now double-checks every sentence. The father who wants to lead his home now asks permission to have an opinion. The boyfriend who feels hurt laughs it off and says, "It's cool." It's not cool. It's heavy. Modern men aren't heartless. They're disarmed. And nobody wants to talk about how it happened. Let me tell you a story. There's a man, 34, married, 2 kids. He works all day, comes home tired, not broken, just tired. His wife says, "We need to talk." His chest tightens, not because he's guilty, because he's afraid of saying the wrong thing. He listens, nods, apologizes for things he doesn't fully understand. Not because he's weak, because he's learned something. If he expresses frustration, he's insensitive. If he sets boundaries, he's controlling. If he withdraws to think, he's emotionally unavailable. So he does what many modern men do. He shrinks, just a little, every time, until one day he doesn't recognize himself. Modern men are emotionally disarmed because they were taught that their natural reactions are threats. Anger, toxic. Assertiveness, aggressive. Confidence, arrogant. Silence, manipulative. So what's left? Soft smiles, careful words, muted instincts. And here's the cruel part. The world tells him to open up. So he does. He talks about his fears, his insecurities, his doubts, and sometimes that vulnerability is used against him. Not always, but enough times. Enough times that he learns the lesson. Keep it inside. There's another story. A young guy, 22, first serious relationship. He falls hard. He texts good morning, good night, writes long paragraphs about how much she means to him. He thinks love means transparency. Then one day she says, "You're too much." Too much. He didn't cheat. He didn't lie. He didn't mistreat her. He cared too openly. So next time, he pulls back. Next relationship, he's cooler, less available, more detached, and suddenly he's more attractive. You see the pattern? He learns that emotional honesty costs him power, so he trades connection for control. Modern men walk through emotional minefields. Say the wrong joke, cancelled. Disagree the wrong way, insensitive. Lead too firmly oppressive. Lead too softly weak. So they adapt. They become diplomats in their own homes, strangers in their own bodies. You know what that does to a man? It splits him in two. There's the version the world sees. Calm, balanced, safe. And then there's the version that exists at 2 a.m. restless, unheard, unneeded. That's the version nobody checks on. Here's what nobody tells you. Men don't lose emotion. They lose safety. A man will open up when he knows it won't be weaponized. He will soften when he knows it won't lower his value. He will lead when he knows he won't be punished for it. But when every instinct feels like a liability, he holsters it. He becomes careful. And careful men are not dangerous. But they're not alive either. We created a generation of men who are afraid of their own strength. Not violent strength, not dominance, but clarity, decisiveness, conviction. We told them that masculinity must be constantly filtered, so they filter everything until even their joy sounds rehearsed. And the saddest part? They still want to love deeply. They still want to protect. They still want to build families and mean it. But they don't know how to do that without being labeled something ugly. So they stand in the middle. Not cold, not warm, just guarded, emotionally disarmed. This isn't about blaming women. It's not about blaming society. It's about recognizing what's happening inside men. They are tired of walking on eggshells. Tired of apologizing for instincts they barely understand anymore. Tired of pretending they don't need reassurance too. Because here's the truth. Strength without understanding turns into silence. Silence without connection turns into distance. Distance turns into resentment. And resentment doesn't explode. It fades. Men don't always leave loudly. Sometimes they just stop trying. If you're a man listening to this and you feel like you've been shrinking piece by piece, you're not broken. You adapted. But adapting too long can make you forget who you were. And if you're a woman listening, the man in your life may not be cold. He may just be tired of fighting battles he can't name. Modern men are not emotionless. They are cautious. They are calculating. They are waiting to see if it's safe to be fully themselves again. The question is, will we make it safe? Or will we keep wondering why men feel distant, while ignoring the fact that we took away their armor and mocked them for bleeding? Don't say you weren't warned.